What is up, everybody? JT Dangerously here once again. I am here to do a kind of an impromptu video of my 2017 Home Run Derby predictions. Now, of course, the Home Run Derby is this Monday, live, of course, on ESPN from Miami Marlins Arena, of course, the Miami Marlins Stadium. If you've not seen it, it's amazing. Of course, we have 8 fantastic competitors this year. We have 2 rookies, and of course, the reigning Home Run Derby champion. So I cannot wait to I thought of doing these predictions. I hope you guys do enjoy. Now, of course, our success when it comes to like a Home Run Derby or sports stuff like the NBA playoffs and the Stanley Cup Finals. Of course, my NBA playoffs were amazing. My Stanley Cup playoffs were would you say cold as ice, but hopefully I will continue it in this video. So again, I hope you guys do enjoy this. Now, of course, I want to thank you guys so very much for watching all the videos this week. Of course, Great Balls of Fire is this Sunday, and if you have not seen my Great Balls of Fire prediction, what are you waiting for? Go check it out. Of course, I'll have it in those little boxes at the end of the video if you have not seen it, but definitely check it out if you're making wrestling predictions this year and making wrestling predictions for that show. So again, definitely check that out. And of course, my G1 Climax, the 27th G1 Climax is coming up. I think it starts on July 17th. If you have not checked it out, also definitely go check that video. I'll have it at the end of the video in the other box. And also, hopefully you guys will watch those videos and this video as well. Now, of course, we are at 140 plus subscribers on the channel, so I do want to thank all you guys so very much for supporting the channel. Of course, if you're new subscribers, again, thank you for hitting that subscribe button. And of course, my regulars, again, thank you guys so very much for sticking around and supporting the channel. And again, if this is the first video you're watching on my if you're a new viewer and this is your first time watching my channel and this is your first video, of course, welcome to the Dangerous Alliance. I'm of course JT Dangerously, and welcome to the club, because this club whoop whoop. Again, thank you guys so very much. Now, of course, a few updates. Of course, my battleground predictions will be up on July 17th. Of course, that is the same day as the first week of the G1 Climax for New Japan Pro Wrestling. Of course, at Battleground, we will have the third ever Punjabi prison match versus with, of course, Randy Orton challenging the WWE champion Jinder Mahal. So I cannot wait to do that. Of course, my glorious four-brother Mitchell Seagull will be at that event because it's at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. So I cannot wait to do that card. I cannot wait to predict that card on July 17th. So definitely look out for that. Now, of course, in the month of August, we're going to have a lot of predictions. Of course, I would say this August is going to be so stacked for wrestling fans. Of course, on August 12th, we have the rematch wrestling fans have been waiting for at Dominion. Of course, it is the reigning IWGP Heavyweight Champion Kazuchika Okada versus, of course, the brand new IWGP United States Champion, the cleaner Kenny Omega on the final week of the G1 Climax. So Okada Omega 3 in August. Cannot wait to see that. Cannot wait. And then, of course, on that Sunday, it will be the finals of the G1 Climax to see who will face Okada at Wrestle Kingdom 12. So that is the start of August. And then, of course, the next NXT pay-per-view, which is, of course, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3, which we will see the glorious NXT champion, of course, Bobby Roode versus his #1 contender, of course, Drew McIntyre, which has not been confirmed, but it looks like it's going to happen. And then, of course, that same week, it's going to be the biggest party of the summer. Of course, it's one of the big 4 pay-per-views for WWE. Of course, it is SummerSlam, and I cannot wait to do that. I cannot wait to do this year's SummerSlam because it looks like it's going to be stacked. And then, of course, on August 28th, I will be predicting doing my Week 1 college football predictions, which is the brand new thing I'm adding to the channel. Of course, if you're college football fans, definitely look out for that one on August 28th. It's going to be so much fun. This is my first year doing college football predictions because of the overwhelming success of last year's NFL predictions. I just thought adding college football predictions on the channel would be even better. And then, of course, On that same week, I will be having, hopefully I will have my PWG Battle of Los Angeles 2017 predictions. Of course, it is a big tournament for PWG, and I cannot wait to do those predictions because I'm very green with PWG, but I cannot wait to do those predictions the week of August 28th. And then, of course, September is going to be packed. I mean, you have no idea how many videos we're going to be putting up each week, and it's going to be a lot. So again, hope you guys do get to watch all the videos in September, because there's going to be college football predictions, NFL predictions. The second year we're doing NFL predictions, WWE pay-per-view, New Japan Pro Wrestling shows, and of course the Ring of Honor shows. So again, hopefully what you guys are doing in July will continue into the month of August and into a long September, and so on and so forth. So hopefully you guys will continue that. Now, that's it for the update, so let's get right into these predictions. Now, of course, this is like a round-robin tournament, just like with the NCAA tournament. Like, they have seeds, like 1 against 8, 4 against 5, 2 against 7, and 3 against 6. So I'm going to start off on the first half of the bracket. Of course, I'm going to start off with the 1-8 matchup, featuring, of course, the number 8 seed representing our rivals from the American League East, of course, the New York Yankees, Gary Sanchez, with, of course, this season 13 home runs and a .526 slugging percentage, versus, of course, the number 1 seed, and he is the reigning and defending Homerun Derby champion. Of course, he is representing where this year's All-Star game is going to be, of course, Miami, Florida. He is the king of home runs this year. Of course, I am talking about Juan Carlos Stanton. Now, of course, he's coming in with 21 home runs and a .523 slugging percentage. So this one's going to be a very interesting first-round matchup. Of course, this is whoever has the most home runs moves on to the next round. So, knowing Juan Carlos Stanton, he's going to be hitting a ton out of this park, because he's so used to it playing here every season. This is definitely, again, of course, I have picked so many predictions when it came to tournaments. I'm always picking the reigning champs to win the championship again, and I haven't been right, but hopefully this will be the time I will be right. So this is, of course, an interleague matchup. Of course, Miami National League, Yankees American League. So this one's going to be a fantastic matchup. So coming from me, I'm going to take Juan Carlos Stanton to move on to the semifinals. I think Juan Carlos Stanton's going to just put a number up so ridiculous, like nobody's going to beat him in the first round. I bet you he'll have the second to most home runs in the first round by himself, no doubt. So coming from me in this first round matchup, I am taking the number 1 seed Juan Carlos Stanton to beat the number 8 seed Gary Sanchez. And now the other half of the left side's first round matchup. Of course, it is an American League matchup. Of course, it is the number 4 seed representing the Kansas City Royals. Of course, Mike Moustakas, their third baseman, versus, of course, the number 5 seed representing the Minnesota Twins, Miguel Sano. Now, of course, Moustakas is coming into the season with 22 home runs and a .547 slugging percentage. So he is having another great year, definitely, in Kansas City. And then, of course, on Miguel Sano's part, of course, he has 20 home runs this season and a .548 slugging percentage. So he's been definitely the power with Minnesota this year. So this one's a very interesting matchup. Just like with the NCAA tournament, 8-9 matchups, 4-5 matches are always the ones that can go either way. It's either a 50-50 pick for sure. So coming from me, who I think will face Juan Carlos Stanton in the semifinals, I'm going to take Mike Moustakas to win. I think Mike Moustakas can definitely win this for sure. So I'm taking the number 4 seed, Mike Moustakas, to beat the number 5 seed, Miguel Sano. But again, I can see Sano definitely winning because it's 5-4. And now the other half of that home run derby bracket, of course, the number is a 2-7 matchup featuring, of course, the number 7 seed, of course, representing the hometown team, the Miami Marlins, Justin Bernor. If I'm saying his name wrong, I'm sorry. Of course, he is coming in with 18 home runs and a .550 slugging percentage versus the number 2 seed in this home run derby. He is representing, of course, the American League East. He has been the biggest story in the major leagues this season. Of course, I'm talking about Aaron Judge. Now, of course, he's coming in with, of course, Major League's best 29 home runs and a 687 slugging percentage. Of course, so this one's going to be a very interesting matchup. Of course, Aaron Judge has been the big-time story. Of course, with the Yankees, he has been the judge, jury, executioner when it comes to those balls and those baseballs leaving Yankee Stadium for sure. Again, I cannot hate on the kid. He's pretty good. And he's definitely the second biggest threat in this home run derby this year. Of course, with Justin Brenner, he's trying to become He's trying to become the upset here, 7/2. Again, it doesn't happen often, but with Homerun Derby, you just never know. So coming from me in this first round matchup, I'm going to take Aaron Judge. I'm going to take the number 2 seed Aaron Judge to win. I just think his power is going to be. It's going to definitely first round. The most home runs are going to be Juan Carlos Stanton and Aaron Judge for sure. So coming from me in this third first round matchup, I'm taking Aaron Judge to beat Justin Bauer to move on to the semifinals. And now the fourth first round matchup and the final one of the first round. Of course, it is a National League West matchup. Of course, it is the number three seed representing the Los Angeles Dodgers. Of course, Cody Bellinger coming in with the second most home runs in this tournament. Of course, this year he has 24 home runs and a 624 slugging percentage versus, of course, the number 6 seed representing the Colorado Rockies, the bearded one himself, Charlie Blackmon, coming in with 17 home runs and a .572 slugging percentage. So this one's a very, very interesting matchup. Of course, it's Dodgers and Rockies. Cody Bellinger has been the biggest story in the Major League Baseball. I mean, the second biggest story, of course, Aaron Judge has been the big story in the American League and in Major League Baseball. Two definitely fantastic players. Cody Bellinger with the Dodgers, his career is going to skyrocket in LA for sure. So don't be surprised he'll be in the National League Rookie of the Year candidate, because he definitely could win it this year, and I think he will. And then on the other side, the number 6 seed, Charlie Blackmon, looking to become spoiler here. I can see this going either way for sure, because it's a 3-6 matchup. So coming from me, I'm going to go with the upset. I'm going to just go with the upset here. I'm going to take Charlie Blackmon to win. I just don't think they're going to give us Bellinger and Judge in the second round. It's too soon. It'd be amazing if it happens, but you know what? I'm going to go with the upset here. I'm going to go with Charlie Blackmon to beat Cody Bellinger and move on to the semifinals. And now the semifinals. Of course, on one side you have the number 1 seed Juan Carlos Stanton versus, of course, the number 4 seed Mike Moustakas, and on the other side you have the number 2 seed Aaron Judge against my upset number 6 pick Charlie Blackmon. So I'm going to start off with the Juan Carlos Stanton, Mike Moustakas matchup. Now, of course, whoever wins this will get to the finals. This one's going to be good. This one could be a great second round semifinal matchup. Of course, when it comes to the first round, they get everything out in the first round. Second round, it's going to come down to like one or two baseballs leaving the park. So it could be like 5-4 or 6-5. Definitely, second round is going to be very. There's not going to be a lot of home runs in the second round, because it's kind of history set that in the past. So coming from me in this first semifinal matchup, I'm going to take Juan Carlos Stanton. I just think he's going to kill it. He's going to find a way to win that. With maybe he'll win it by at least 3 or 4, like maybe like 7-4, in the second round. So coming from me, I am taking Juan Carlos Stanton to beat Mike Moustakas and make it to the finals. And now the second semifinal matchup, of course, is the number 2 seed Aaron Judge versus my upset pick, the number 6 seed Charlie Blackmon. Now, of course, Judge is going to have the same amount of number as Juan Carlos Stanton in the second round. It's going to be like a 1-point win or a 3-point win for sure. So coming from me in this semifinal matchup, again, I can go with the upset or I can go with the obvious. I think I'm going to go with the obvious. I think I'll take the one upset, but I don't see another upset happening here. So coming from me, I am taking the number 2 seed Aaron Judge to beat the number 6 seed Charlie Blackmon. And now the finals of the Home Run Derby, my Home Run Derby predictions. Of course, it is the number 1 seed, Juan Carlos Stanton, versus the number 2 seed, Aaron Judge. Now, coming from me, this was a kind of a foregone conclusion because, of course, when they announced the Home Run Derby combatants, they had Judge from the American League, maybe the hottest player in the American League, and for the Yankees against the hometown boy, Juan Carlos Stanton. So it was kind of a no-brainer that these two would meet in the finals. And this is going to be maybe the most interesting Home Run Derby finals we've seen in a long time. And this one's gonna be no exception. Of course, Juan Carlos is looking to win it in his home stadium, and Aaron Judge is looking to continue this unbelievable rookie ride with the Yankees. So, coming from me, I just do not see them having somebody outside of Miami win this. So coming from me, I am taking Juan Carlos Stanton to win and go back-to-back Home Run Derby champions. I don't see him losing in his home stadium. I just don't. I mean, same thing with wrestlers. Sometimes they win in their hometown. Sometimes they don't. But I just think here Juan Carlos Stanton has to win because he's been the most dominant dominant home run hitter. For the Miami Marlins this year. So it would make the crowd just pop for him. So coming from me in the finals, I am taking Juan Carlos Stanton to beat Aaron Judge and win his second Home Run Derby championship. And those are my Home Run Derby 2017 predictions. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy my predictions. Comment below, who do you have winning this year's Home Run Derby? Of course, I have Juan Carlos Stanton. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, if you're picking somebody else that's not Juan Carlos Stanton, comment below. Let's have a conversation about it. So that's what it's all about on this channel. That's what it's all about on this channel. Your guys' opinions on who you think is going to win. So again, comment them below. Now, of course, I do want to thank you guys so very much for watching. I know this was an impromptu video, but again, thank you guys so very much for watching. Of course, before you go, you can never forget to do this. That like button, comment, share with your friends. Of course, super kick that like button like only you guys can. And of course, you can never forget to do this as well. That subscribe button, become part of this bigger and dangerous alliance. And I will see you for my WWE Battleground 2017 predictions later days. And peace.